I want to chat quickly about Missile Command Delta. This one comes from a collaboration between 13 AM Games and Mighty Yell. We're big fans of Mighty Yell. They're working on this one in addition to All Systems Dance. Their first games being Night in the Attic and The Big Con. I played this one at PAX East. This is being published by Atari based on the classic Missile Command IP, and I'm here to report that I'm enjoying it. It is a game that is kind of two components. The first is the core gameplay, which very much had Into the Breach vibes, where your job is to protect the bases. If there's a vertical playing field, your job is to protect the bases at the bottom of the field from incoming missiles that are coming through, but they're turn-based. Mm-hmm. And so most of the time, missiles will either come from the top or the sides of the screen and be like, cool, this turn, this is exactly, foreshadowing what's going to happen. This turn, this one's going to come right at this base and destroy it. So you have to intercept. Or there'll be sort of two-step missiles or multiple-step missiles that'll come on screen and be like, here's the exact path that the missile is going to take. And so it's your job, given the missiles, the inventory of cards that you have, to play them to essentially wipe the missiles that are coming towards you. So that's the core gameplay. But then layered on top of this is a first-person single-player narrative where you and your teen friends get stuck in a bunker and you kind of have to figure out the mystery of what's happening in the bunker. That was the thing that surprised me. At PAX, they were showing the two sides of the game, the core gameplay on a giant, like they had recreated the command center that was in the game in a physical space, which was super cool. So I tried that at PAX and said, dope. Into the Breach vibes, say less. And then they were also doing a demo for the single player, and I'd heard from other folks that they were like, this is intriguing. I've played about 2.5 hours as of recording. It's split up into multiple days, and I know that there's 7 days in the single player, and I'm at day 3, so I'm assuming this game is somewhere between 5 to 7 hours in length to play the single player, and it's split between training to learn the mechanics, actual missiles that are coming for you, and then exploration of the base to find keys and solve puzzles. And I'm genuinely surprised here. Not to say I went in. I kind of went in with low expectations, or like I kind of got more excited when I had seen the pedigree behind it. Mm-hmm. Two Toronto-based devs making a Missile Command game got me excited. But I was genuinely surprised, and I've really liked my time with this one so far. We'll see how it ends. We'll see how it progresses. But it had just enough complexity in the single-player puzzles and stuff that you were figuring out, and the dialogue. There was a lot of good writing in there too. So. Of course, I'm like, if you don't vibe with the core gameplay of like turn-based, card-based, kind of Into the Breach vibes, if that doesn't vibe with you, then I can't recommend this. But if that is something that you like, you're gonna love all the stuff around it.
Listen, you've got me sold on this already. I just added it to my wish list.
Hell yeah! I'm surprised at how. I feel like this game has kind of run under the radar a little bit, because it got announced, I want to say about 6 months ago it got announced. 6 months or less, actually. And then it's already out. So I love games that, it does seem somewhat limited in scope as far as the single player goes. Like, look, this isn't the complexity of puzzles that you'd get in a Blueprints, but it is, and not even because the gameplay reminded me of Escape Academy a little bit. From I think Coin Arcade is the developer on that one. The second one's coming out soon. It reminded me of like a lighter version of that, where obviously you're not escaping a room, but it is very much like escape room style, where each day you may have 2 or 3 puzzles or things to find in the environment, some conversations that lead you to these military exercises or like military confrontations. It's cool. I vibe with it a lot.